What is going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon FIRERED, and today's challenge is recommended from the comments. Today's challenge will be, can we beat Pokemon FIRERED using only multi-attack moves? So any moves that when you attack, it does hit one time, hit two times, hit three times. Anytime it does that, it hits multiple times, either in a turn or 2 to 5 times. So obviously that's gonna be an interesting way to beat the game. So the rules are, any Pokemon are allowed as long as I'm just using the multi-hit move and nothing else. I'm not gonna have HM slaves. I'm just gonna put HMs on the Pokemon, but cannot use the HMs or any other move. No status move, no other moves while I'm playing this challenge. I just have to be sticking with obviously multi-hit moves. And obviously I can evolve my Pokemon for once, so you guys can see evolutions on this channel. And as well, I cannot use items inside of battle. I can't use them outside of battle. And that's about it for the rules. So if you guys are excited for this challenge, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas, and also subscribe if you guys are not already. And let's get into the challenge. So to begin, I chose Venusaur because it's later planning down the road. I'm gonna use Venusaur along my way, but for now I'm just gonna, since I don't have a multi-hit move, I'm just gonna let my rival win. And then from there we actually have to do some research of what Pokemon we're able to find in the wild that can learn a multi-hit move. So apparently I was wrong. I can't find a Nidoran here, and I'm stuck using Spearow as my Pokemon. Spearow will learn a multi-hit move called FIRERED at level 13, and that is the earliest we can get a multi-hit move. And Mankey gets it at like 20, so we're stuck using Spearow for a little bit. Now obviously it doesn't come with a multi-hit move right now, so how are we going to get a multi-hit move on it? We are going to train it up, but the problem is we can't actually attack anything. So we have to go into Viridian Forest. We have to find a Kakuna or a Metapod, and then we're gonna have to switch in between each of my Pokemon to waste a turn, as is using Harden. So it uses Harden 40 times, and then it'll begin to struggle against my Pokemon and slowly knocking itself out, and finally giving me some XP once it's knocked out. I don't need to tell you how stupid that sounds, because that's very, very stupid. And that's what we're gonna do for the next 3 hours. This is impeccable. Okay, I have a confession to make. I feel like I have to say this out loud. I don't want to sit here and switch in between. That's gonna hurt my fingers. So I did cop out. I'm gonna use Growl. Okay, I'm gonna use Growl to waste turns faster and to gain XP faster. I'm sorry if you think that's cheating, but I just need some XP. At the end of the day, I'm still getting XP by Metapods and Kakuna struggling. So I mean, it's the same method. It's just I'm not switching in between and hurting my fingers. I think you please if you didn't call me a cheater, you could call me a cheater, but please just think about how dumb that sounds, just switching in between all my Pokemon when it's the same result if I just use Growl and Leer. I'm doing no damage at all, and I'm just like slowly getting XP still. I get the XP the same way. So I mean, that's my confession, okay? I didn't switch in between all the time, but I'm also stupid for thinking when I play this, I'm like, you know, this is probably a Pokemon that has FIRERED attack to begin with, so I didn't spawn in the Pokemon with a multi-attack move. Yeah, now I have to struggle and grind all the way up using this method. Eventually I get super close, and I go on a spree. I'm not able to find like anything. I can't find like a single Metapod or Kakuna for like 20 minutes. It's freaking out. I'm like, did I kill all of them? Are all of them extinct? Luckily I found one at the end, and we finally hit level 13, and we get FIRERED attack. First multi-hit move, and I'm so happy. I'm jumping with joy. I sped out of that forest so quick. And problem is, FIRERED attack is a normal move, and I'm also a flying type, and the first gym leader in the game in Pewter City is Brock, a rock type. So unfortunate, we're gonna have to train up a Pokemon. The best way to train up is just to fight against Brock, beat his Geodude, and then lose to his Onyx. Unfortunate, but that is the best method to level up, because we're beating Geodude back and forth. But eventually we gotta fight against the Onyx, where it just kept missing its Rock Tomb, and I actually beat the Onyx using a Spearow. I was going to get a Fearow right before fighting the gym leader, but apparently it wasn't needed, so I guess that was worthwhile, I guess. Anyways, from there we're gonna actually catch a Nidoran in the wild, because that is, you know, also a Pokemon that can learn some nice moves. Also, you can see that I have nicknamed all my Pokemon from my fan base. So if you guys do want to be named after my Pokemon, I recommend just leaving a comment. All the comments you see on the screen right now are the names I use for this challenge. So shout out to all you guys. Thank you for all the support. And so yeah, my favorite is Doinkman for my Bulbasaur. But anyways, once we head into Mount Moon, there is a TM right next to the entrance. That is TM Bullet Seed. So Bullet Seed is going to be a grass move that is a multi-hit move, and we can finally put it on our Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur doesn't have the easiest time leveling up, but once we find a spot, we can get in a groove, and we will finally evolve our Bulbasaur into an Ivysaur, as well evolve the Nidoran into a Nidorino with Double Kick. And that's pretty good for us because we have some solid Pokemons going forward. We're going to head into Cerulean City, we're going to fight Misty and her gym, and we're going to demolish it with Doinkman, the Ivysaur. Then we're going to beat our rival, and then we're actually going to head up north, and there's, on Nugget Bridge, there is a method to get infinite money early on. So as you can see, I am currently just grinding for nuggets for free. I ended up with $400,000 after this whole debacle, so I mean, it's pretty cool. Not smart me, I don't know why I got it, because I'll explain later that $400,000 doesn't go to anything useful at all. I'm kind of ashamed that I did it because it didn't give anything. So anyways, we head into the SSN. We're gonna beat our rival, get the new H jump for cut, and then we're gonna head into Lieutenant Surge's gym. We're gonna evolve our Nidorino to a Nidoking, and we also have only Double Kick as a move for Nidoking. We're gonna slap down Lieutenant Surge pretty easily. Double kick down his Pokemon. We get paralyzed, we get in a sticky situation, but again, it is only Lieutenant Surge, so Nidoking completely demolishes it and is done. From there, we're gonna head into Rock Tunnel and get everything ready for us. We're gonna get as much XP as we can. Our Pokemon are looking pretty solid. They're up in mid-30s already, so I mean, it's looking pretty solid to us. We're gonna head into Celadon City, and we're gonna get the coin case, and then realize that we are a dumbass because there is no metronome item, there is no silk scarf, there is no zoom lens, there's nothing for us. Like, none of the items here are good. There's super good TMs in the game corner we can't even use. The cool Pokemon in the game corner that, like, I mean, we could get a Porygon, we could get a Dratini, we could get a Scyther, we can't use because none of them have multi-attack moves. So all that grinding for that money was completely useless. And to put salt in the wound, I decided to go into Erica's fight paralyzed because I don't have Paralyze Heal with my $400,000. I have $400,000 and I have no Paralyze Heal. That's incredible. So we go into Erica, the Celadon City gym leader, and we lose our Nidoking, and we almost lose. Luckily, we have a Venusaur with the Miracle Seed, and we knock it out, and then Firo decides to clutch up finally, and then we beat it. From there, we're going to head into the Team Rocket hideout, and we're going to clear through it. We're going to get our Self Scope, and then head back into Lavender Town. We're going to clear through Lavender City. If our Venusaur falls, we're kind of stuck in the tower because there's really nothing for, like, we have Fairy Attack and Double Kick. We can't beat Ghost types. All the Ghost types in this game right now are Poison types. So Bullet Seed isn't the best situation. We're not in the best situations with Ghost Pokemon. So we're going to decide to catch a Cubone. Not the best choice, obviously, because, you know, they're levitating, but, you know, we'll take care of that when it gets to that. But we catch a Cubone because it's going to be able to learn some multi-hit moves down the future. But we're going to clear through that. We're going to get the Super Rod. We're going to catch a Shelter. The Shelter comes with a multi-hit move called Icicle Spear. So luckily for that, we're going to evolve it right away too. And then from there, we're going to head into the Safari Zone, get our HMs, get the Old Teeth, and then also get a Rhyhorn for ourselves that will learn Rock Blast as we level it up. Now, how are we going to level these up? Because they are pretty annoying to get, not going to lie. We do end up catching all the Pokemon we can. As long as we own 50 Pokemon, we can get an XP share from the Professor's Aid at Fuchsia City, and then we're good to go. We're going to put that on our Pokemon and level it up and just grind a little bit. We get a Marowak. We get pretty close to a Rhydon. Our Pokemons are pretty solid right now. And then we're going to head into Koga's gym. Koga's gym is going to be a bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. I set out my Cloyster first against the Coffin. Coffin blows up right in my face, so I'm like, well, I mean, I guess that happened. Marowak comes out. I thought Marowak was going to be MVP and knock out the Muk for me. It doesn't. It heals itself, and I'm down a Marowak. So luckily, Firo ends up clutching things up for us, and the Weezing comes out next. My Rhyhorn goes down. Luckily, my Nidoking can come up, So all the newbies right now are kind of bad. Not gonna lie, all the new Pokemons are really bad. But after that, we're gonna head into Silphco, and Silphco is gonna be where my team kind of shines a little bit more. When I mean shine, I mean shine in the sun, because they burn so quick. Like, all of them are awful. They are going down super easily. Luckily, Nidoking clutches things up and knock out the Charizard for us, and then we clear through Giovanni, and we beat Giovanni, and we're gonna head into Saffron City's gym, which is Sabrina's gym. I don't really have anything to, you know, really match up against Sabrina, so once we head into Sabrina, I'm gonna start with Fearow. Fearow's gonna slowly knock out the Kadabra. A few Fury attacks will knock it out, and then, you know, I decided to use my Rhyhorn against the Mr. Mime. It wasn't the best idea because there's a Venomoth in the back as well, so I just sacrificed my my Pokemon for no reason. Also, basically sacrificed my Nidoking for nothing. And Fearow just has to clutch things up. It knocks everything out. Venomoth comes out. Venomoth is gonna eat my Cloyster, and I'm kind of upset about that. But luckily, my Fearow decides to clutch things up again. Finally, my Marowak versus her Alakazam. Her Alakazam decides to use Future Sight and just lets me win. So it's not a big deal at all. But from there, it shows me that my team is kind of weak, so I gotta train up my Pokemon a bit more. I got a Rhydon. I got my Marowak to a better level. It has 2 multi-hit moves, so it's the most versatile Pokemon technically. Actually, the most versatile Pokemon is Nidoking. He has a fighting and a normal move, but Marowak has 2 ground moves, so you know, it's kind of cooler. But from there, Marowak and Rhydon is gonna be MVPs of this gym. I'm just doing a bit more extra training in the gym because I kind of need it. But from there, we're gonna head into Blaine, and Marowak would knock out the first 2 Pokemon, and then Rhydon decides to just to eat up the Rapidash and the Arcanine just super easily. I don't know why is Arcanine could actually beat me if it didn't miss Fire Blast. If you go back to my Fire Red Let's Play, this Arcanine is kind of bad. It does not hit the Fire Blast too often. But from there, we're gonna head back into Vermilion City, where Giovanni's gym will be, and you know, I never had problems with Giovanni. I have more problems with Blaine, and Blaine has less Pokemon than Giovanni. So what's going on? I'm gonna start off the battle against Giovanni with my Venusaur against his Rhyhorn. As you can see, I didn't realize how bad my moveset was. Is Bullet Seed, Ground, Cut, and Leech Seed. That is an interesting moveset, but it is a Venusaur, so you can't expect much because there's not much you can give a Venusaur in Generation 3. So I'm a Bullet Seed down to Rhyhorn, and then more Rhyhorns come out. Same situation, knocks it out in 2 hits, and then the Dugtrio comes out. So it's just letting me eat up free XP for no reason. From there, Nidoqueen comes out, and my Marowak will completely destroy it. Once we beat Giovanni, Giovanni will give us TM Earthquake. Too bad we can't do anything with it, so we're going to fight our rival once again. So we're going to start off the battle against our rival with our Rhydon. Rhydon's going to eat the Pidgeot easily. Execute comes out. I don't really have anything to do with Execute because I don't have a flying move. I'm kind of stuck with normal moves, but it's okay. We knock it out. Rhyhorn comes out. Bullet Seed again. I mean, poor Rhyhorn. Alakazam comes out. Marowak smack him with his bone. Oh no. Oof. That has a bad image. Anyways, Venusaur comes out. He's gonna knock out the Gyarados for me. Knockout is a loose term because it's just struggling down. Eventually, it will knock it down once it gets me to overgrowth range. But luckily, I knock it out. And then the Charizard comes out. I have a whole ass Rhydon for it. No, it can't do nothing. I remember watching a False Swipe Gaming video that said Rhydon is like a Generation 1 counter to Charizard. I think that's true. I don't know if Charizard was even used that much in Generation 1. Maybe it was a counter to Moltres. I don't know. It was something like that. But anyways, we're going to go to Victory Road and clear through it as much as we can. Get as much XP as we can. And then finally head into the Elite Four. Just from the start, we're going to fight against Lorelei from the start. Lorelei is going to be interesting. She uses her Dewgong. My Venusaur does not decide to hit one more time for no reason. It just chokes a lot. So, you know, luckily the second time around, my Venusaur knocks out her Dewgong, and her Dewgong is down. Right, next up will be her Slowbro. Luckily, I knock out the Slowbro just in time because I didn't even fall asleep. But next up will be her Lapras, and here comes the most useful Pokemon in my arsenal, Fearow. I mean, it was with me from the start, but I mean, it's kind of really dropped off since then. Luckily, my Venusaur gets into overgrowth range and knock it out with a Bullet Seed, the Lapras. Jinx come out, it's gonna Ice Punch me. I don't know what I was expecting to happen because it's a Rhydon, but luckily I actually survived an Ice Punch from the Jinx, and oof, that was close. Luckily, it's only ×2 effective, not 4 times. weak to it. But from here, I'm just gonna slowly knock it out with my Nidoking, and that is it for Lorelei. So it wasn't too bad. Somehow my Rhydon did something against Lorelei. I'm surprised. Anyways, from there we're gonna head into Bruno. Bruno's not gonna be too hard of an opponent. I'm gonna bullet stick down both his Onyx. Marowak comes out, and Marowak will just demolish down the rest of his fighting Pokemon. Boomerang, it's a 2-hitting move. Luckily, it just knocks out the Hitmonchan, knocks out the Hitmonlee, and then the Machamp comes out. Machamp is a bit scarier. It uses bulk up, but one thing about Marowak that's really good is his physical defense. So it lives a hit and then knocks it out. So this is my guy Marowak. I've never used most of these Pokemon on my team. I don't use at all on a team. Like Cloyster, I never use. I don't ever use a Cloyster on my team. Nidoking, I do use. FIRERED, I do use. Venusaur, I do use. But the rest of the team, I don't really use. Marowak, I've never used on a team. Rhydon, I never use on a team. And then Cloyster, that's a very like stretch. Like sometimes I use it, I guess. But like it's cool. These challenges let me use Pokemon I've never used on a team. Maybe not to their full potential, but obviously I get to use them on my team to see how good they are. From here, we're gonna head into Agatha's gym fight, and Agatha is not gonna do too much against me. We're gonna knock it out with my Rhydon, and then my Marowak will knock out her Arbok. Golbat comes out. Nothing she could really do. Golbat will get knocked out by my Rhydon, and then she decides to send out her Gengar. I sack my Cloyster for no reason. I guess I hate Cloyster. Then from there, I'm just luckily knock out the Gengar with my final Rock Blast, and that is it for Agatha. And then from there, we're gonna head into the next Elite Four member, which is Lance. Lance will be the dragon, well, flying Elite Four member of the game. And I decided to use my Rhydon against him. I'm gonna Rock Blast him down, and that's it for Gyarados. And then the Dragonair comes out. I'm gonna slowly whittle it down with Icicle Spirit. This is the reason why I got Cloyster, because it has ice moves, but it doesn't do too well. So as Aerodactyl comes out, I'm gonna Rock Blast it down. It's nothing it could really do against me, honestly. It has pressure, but like it can't hurt me. Next Dragonair comes out, I'm gonna Boomerang it down, and finally it's Dragonite's turn. And unfortunately for my Cloyster, Outrage is a special move and it dies. So I mean, now I'm kind of stuck. I'm in a position where I'm stuck. Try to use my Rhydon against it. Rhydon gets knocked out. Well, what can I really do? Luckily, it gets put in confusion. I use Fury Attack to knock it down slowly. Gets poisoned. About it. That's about it. That's really about it. But luckily, it puts itself into Outrage, and I live it. But FIRERED outspeeds it and knock it out with a Fury Attack. So luckily, FIRERED comes in clutch somehow. And then from there, we're gonna head into the champion fight against our rival Gary. I'm gonna start off the battle with my Rhydon against his Pidgeot. Rhydon does not need any introduction. It will knock down the Pidgeot for me. From there, he's gonna send out his own Rhydon, thinking he's gonna do anything against me. Venusaur claps it down with Bullet Seed, and then he sends out the Alakazam. Alakazam will Psychic me. Luckily, I live, and then Boomerang will not two-shot it. Executor comes out, and I'm like, hopefully my FIRERED can knock it out. It puts me to sleep and then bombs me with eggs, and I can only put it down to so much HP, but that's about it. I sent out my Cloyster. I'm praying. I know I cannot speak. I'm praying Icicle Spirit knocks it out. Nope, barely, just barely not. And it Giga Drains me and knocks me out. I'm like, okay, maybe my Nidoking can knock it out. Puts to sleep, Giga Drain down, and I'm like, this is not the best situation. So I sent out my Rhydon, but I did a 10,000 IQ play. I sent out my Rhydon, switch into my Venusaur to take the Giga Drain, switch back into my Rhydon to take the Sleep Power, switch back into my Giga Drain, slowly draining it down. Giga Drain is a low PP move, so once it runs out of Giga Drains, I can finally use Rock Blast against it, and Rock Blast will slowly knock it out. And that's it for the Executor. That is the biggest threat against my team, and luckily we took care of it. Next up will be Opposition's Gyarados, and it puts me in Overgrowth range, luckily. But from there, it locks itself into Thrash, and I send out my Rhydon. It's gonna lock itself in Thrash, so it can't Hydro Pump me. It can Thrash me. It does a bit of damage, but then I'm gonna Rock Blast it and knock it out. So finally, it will be his Charizard. Charizard is going to Fire Blast me. Luckily, I live with 31 HP, and I hit my Rock Blast, and Rock Blast will two-shot the Charizard down, and we beat Gary Oak. We beat the entire game using multi-hit moves only. So thank you for the comments. Thank you for the suggestion in the comments. It was a really fun challenge. Very annoying to set up. I will not lie. It was very, very annoying to get set up. But once we get set up, it was a fun challenge to do. Got me to use more Pokemon I didn't get to. Make me more strategized. It was fun. So thank you for watching all the way to the end. Hope you guys all enjoy, and don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas yourself, and also subscribe if you guys are not already. Also leave a nickname if you want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in these challenge videos. So anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Alpha, and I'm out. Peace.